Hey, what's going on? Mathew Tamin here. Listen, I am excited about today's show because I want to go over something with you guys that I mentioned in a previous video. You know, I get tons of questions from people, not just about building websites, right? But they want to become a professional web designer. They want to build their own websites, because if you were to hire a professional designer like myself, right? For those of you that don't have that budget, you're looking at a pretty decent chunk of money, because you want to get someone that know what they're doing. They can help you navigate the different challenges that come with it. And I've received so many questions from people asking, Matthew, can you go a little bit more about the 90-day Masterclass? Well, this is a training program for entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to learn how to build websites. Now, there's two programs. You have the 90-day and you have the 60 days. I'm going to go over what the entire program is about today, so you're going to have a clear understanding. So if you're looking to learn how to build professional grade websites, I mean high quality, right? You can do that. And you're probably wondering, why build websites? Here's the truth. With the state of the economy, right? The same thing when COVID happened. So many businesses realized that they have to get online. They have to get an online presence. But a lot of businesses failed because they did not see the value of having a website. They did not emphasize or really take the opportunity to build a solid online presence. So when COVID happened, they were shut off. Right? They didn't know how to get online. They didn't know about, live streaming. How do you do this? They were so overwhelmed that most of them just dropped the ball. That is a great opportunity for you. Listen, I don't care the state of the economy right now, and for the several years that's coming, a lot of businesses are moving online. People are losing their jobs at record numbers. So all these people that are losing their jobs, all these people that are looking for new opportunities, for new ways, guess what? They want to get online. But in order for you to get online, you need a website. Now I understand you have the social media platforms that you can do anything on there. But listen, never put your trust 100% in social media platforms, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or any other platform, because at any given moment, right, they can shut you down. I've seen this happen time and time again. Now, while it's good to have an online presence on there, you want to make sure that you have your own website. That's exactly what you need. When you have your own website, you control 100% of what you put on there. Whatever content that you put on the website. So I want to walk you through what this 90-day program is. And for those of you that you say, you know what, Matthew, I'm not a coder, I'm not this. Listen, after you see this program, it's meant for absolute beginners that don't know how to code. Right? You don't have to know how to code in today's world in order for you to build websites anymore. And I'm going to show you here. So if you're looking for opportunities to take, this advantage right now that's going on with the economy. Listen to this. You can look at this situation with the economy one or two ways. There are people that are looking at the economy right now, all the negative things that's happening, job loss and, the inflation rate and all those things are going up. Some people are looking at this and saying, man, this is so depressing. What's going on? Things are so expensive. I can't survive anymore. I got to work 3-4 jobs and I'm still not making ends meet. What do I do? Right? AI is taking over. And I'm going to go over AI. That's one of the things that I cover in Connect Live in this training program. AI is taking over, people losing their jobs. Maybe you just lost your job, or you're going to lose your job because it's coming one way or another, right? And you're saying to yourself, Matthew, what do I do? You need to prepare. This is a great opportunity. Right now is the best time for you to learn a skill set that will always be in demand. Listen, learning how to build websites We go over a lot of different things. You will always be in demand because people are looking to get online. Entrepreneurs are looking to build e-commerce websites. They don't know how to do it. And for those that have attempted to do it by themselves, they've either wasted so much time and not accomplished anything, or they've wasted so much money and still not able to accomplish anything. Well, you can change that. You can change that with what I'm going to share with you here. And by the way, I do have a brochure for this program that once you sign up, it gives you the lessons, everything, and also on the website, you're going to get a glimpse of that. But it walks you through all the things that you need to know, what you're going to be learning, how that's going to be, the dates that we're going to be meeting, the time frame, the assignments and different. If this is more hands-on, this is more practical. It's not a course that you sign up for and you watch a bunch of videos after video until you start falling asleep. This is not that program. You're going to be, it's a live training, so you get to work with me on a one-on-one basis to help you to build any type. And I've worked with so many types of business. I've created simple to complex websites for startups and for companies that are making the tens and even hundreds of millions of dollars per year. So I understand the dynamics when it comes to building a very simple website and to build a website that is very complicated. So we're just going to take a look now at this program and what it entails and how you can be able to sign up. So when you go to MathewTamin.com, there's a link here that says Masterclass. When you click on that Masterclass, it brings you to this page. And again, this is a 90-day program. The 60 days is for businesses. Right? Maybe you have a small company and agency for agencies that want to do the fast track your learning, to build any type of website, whether it's an e-commerce, whether it's a online course, any type of website. That's what the 60 days program is for. The 90 days is for entrepreneurs and small business owners like yourself. Maybe you're like a one-man team and you're trying to learn how to build a website. Maybe you have a team of just 2 people, right? And you say, you know what? I want to train me, or I want to hire someone so they can learn how to build websites for themselves. So that is what this program is about. And I get tons of email from people who they don't want to learn how to build a website, but they want to start a website design business. So they have someone on their team that they let them train on this program, and that person handles all the web design needs for that company. You're going to be able to learn first. You're going to learn how to build websites. You're going to learn how to optimize. You're going to learn how to monetize. Now, those are 3 key important things that you need to understand the vitality of how that works. The first thing is you build a website. You can build any type of websites. As we go down this page, you're going to realize the different types of websites that you can build, and you can optimize. What does optimize mean? Optimize is the ability for you to become searchable. So when people go on search engines, whether it's like the Google, and they're looking for your product or your service, they are going to be able to find you. And then you want to monetize it, where you generate revenue from your website, whether it's selling ad space or you getting partners or sponsors. I cover that extensively in this course. Now, there's a few spots that's available for the course. That is because a lot of times when people launch courses, their goal is to get tens of thousands of people. That is not the goal. Let me be very clear. That is not the goal for me with this course, because it's an extensive course. It's very people, or in other words, I work with you on a one-on-one basis. So I'm not looking to get hundreds of people in this course, honestly. So right now, I've already got so many people that are looking to sign up, but I'm just going through and saying, okay, I'm not trying to get tens of thousands of people. And let me be very clear about that. That's not what the goal is, because the truth is, I cannot have 100 people and then give the same time to those 100 people, right? Or 1,000 people. Because again, this is not a course where you just watch videos. We do live trainings, and you ask questions, and we work on different projects, as you're going to be able to see. And again, this is a course that you don't have to learn coding. Many people get terrified about coding. You don't have to know how to code HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, all those things. You don't have to know those. When I started in the web design industry back in 2002, I had to learn coding because we didn't have the CMSs back then. So I had to learn some JavaScript, some HTML, some CSS, and it took me a long time to be able to build a couple of pages. So that was, when I learned about CMS platform like Joomla, then that changed the game. And it works for every type of business. So any type of business you can see here, it doesn't matter what industry that you're in, this is going to work for that as well. And you can build, you can sell, you can deliver like a pro. So now let's go over now. So as you can see here, it's a live one-on-one, right? As I go over to some of the testimonials that you share, this is a live one-on-one. What that means is you're not just sitting there and watching a bunch of clips. You're going to watch some clips, but very minimal. The goal of it is I want to work with your business. I get to answer questions, different design questions. If you want to build an e-commerce website, how do you sell products? What about graphics? What about optimization? All the questions that you have about starting online business, I'm going to be able to go through that because I've worked with a ton of companies, both small, medium, and large, and I've consulted with those companies how to go about getting started. And we have a private community that's exclusively just for this. Now there's the Learn Joomla Fast website for those of you that are familiar with that, but this is not it. This is the Connect Live. This is a completely different new program that you're going to see some more stuff about later on. But you get to connect there and you ask questions. One of the things that people struggle with is that when you building a website, right? When you hire an agency, you hire a company, there are times when their support is kind of iffy. You know what I mean? Like you get frustrated that I get so many emails. Mathew, I hire this company, I hire this so-and-so, and I'm frustrated because, I'm not getting the support that I need. Well, the community is part of that. You get super fast support. Pretty much within an hour or two, you always get a response back from someone with whatever issues that you're having. And again, you can build any type of website without coding. And as you can see here, you can also we do marketing and strategy and business analysis. So I take a look at your existing website to see what are you trying to accomplish, right? What exactly do you want to accomplish? I have so many people that are looking to accomplish different things. Well, that's where this comes in with your business. So we'll go through that. Now, this is some of the testimonials that I've had. I have probably, I don't even know, I lost count, maybe hundreds of testimonials, probably thousands, right, that people send all the time. But this is just a few ones that I just put on here on the side. Again, these are real testimonials. This is not something that I made up. A lot of times people, want to make things up to sell, but this is not. These are actual people that responded and took my courses, whether it was on my platform or YouTube, and so they've taken the courses that I put out there and they really learned something from it. So now let's take a look here at why Joomla. Now, when I started building websites, with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I learned some Python, I learned some jQuery, all those coding languages, right? But I realized that it was taking me so much time because I had to build page by page. In other words, one of the benefits of having a content management is that you can be able to designate what content goes on what pages with just a few clicks. It's where if you're hand coding everything, it takes you so much time to do that. And I was overwhelmed because I remember trying to build a website, and a simple 5-page website. It took me, I spent literally all day and all night. And after about a week, I still wasn't anywhere completed with it. And then I came across Joomla. Now, what is Joomla? Joomla is a content management system. What is a content management system? A content management system allows you to manage your content. Whether you're building a blog, it gives you the flexibility and it gives you the ability to be able to add any feature that you desire on your website. So if you want to sell products, if you want to have an e-commerce website, well, a content management system have what's called plugins that allow you to be able to add those things on there, and you can be able to build. And there's absolutely no coding that is required. Now, it's good to learn the basics of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That's good to learn, right? But you don't have to if you don't want to. So that's just something that you can, just to keep in mind. And a CMS also helps you to save time and save money. I can't tell you how much money that I've personally saved from my business, saved from my websites, from doing it myself, compared to if someone else had created for an agency, right? So I did, one thing I did one time was I reached out to a few agencies to get a quote. So I worked in project. And I reached out to them to get a quote, like how much would you charge, for something like this? Not because I didn't know how to do it, but I just wanted to see my rates, am I in the ballpark? What's going on? And I realized that what they were charging, I'm like, wow, they wanted to charge some astronomical number, right? And I was saying to myself, man, they have the right to charge that amount. If I was doing that, I would charge that as well. So you learn to do it yourself, and you learn to scale your business. I remember a few years ago when I started with the Joomla stuff, I didn't have the time to work on certain projects. So I would outsource it, right? And by the way, all the projects that I work on, I do those myself. I don't outsource it. I work on it. So I outsourced the project one time, and it was a huge project. At that time, the project was for about 10,000, right? And from different clients. So I outsourced that, and I outsourced it to a developer in a nation I'm not going to mention, and they started working on it. So I was excited, but make a long story short, after about a week or so, I wanted to get an update, right? I had to meet with the client. So I'm there in the meeting with the client, and this designer and developer that I hired, paid this money to get some stuff done. I couldn't reach him. So there I am. I'm stuck. The project is not complete. I have a deadline. I've missed my deadline by so many days already, and I could not get in touch with my designer and my developer. I was so disappointed and frustrated, and I vowed to myself from that day on that I would never give someone else that much control over the projects that I work on, because guess what, if they don't show up and the client is already paid and things like that, then that's a huge problem. But again, this is the earlier days when I really got started, and I was still trying to figure some things out, but that's changed over time. Now, a pro website is the secret to your online success. It's the difference between the percentage of websites that succeed, like 0.0000002, right? It's a very small percentage of businesses that are actually profitable online. Very small percentage. Now, as an entrepreneur, as I mentioned before, this program covers two aspects. The first part is for the entrepreneur, right? You can be able to create pro websites for your clients. You don't have to know how to code. You get access to our private community, which is really, great for you to be part of, right? And then you have the agencies and the organizations. Now, there's certain agencies that they want to train their team to build websites, and they need to understand how that whole process works. So I go through that process with their team, train their team, show them how to do different types of websites, answer the questions, and they also get they're part of our community, and they get fast and reliable support, which is very key. So in the next 60 to 90 days, there's a major shift that is happening right now. A lot of people realize that the skill set that worked for them prior to COVID is not as effective post-COVID. So they've had to learn completely new things, right? And they have to shift their minds. They have to learn, probably go back to school, polish up on their skill set, and do all those things. Well, this is what this program is all about. This 90 days, you are going to, whether you want to start a new career as a web designer, listen, right now, websites are the thing to do, because every business needs to be online, and they're trying to figure out ways how to do that. So whether you want to start a new career, maybe you're looking to shift some things around and you say, you know what, I want to try something different. If you are a creative person, listen, you don't have to learn how to code, right? You don't need to be a coder in order for you to master how to build websites. That's what I'm there for. I'm going to walk you through that process of building from start to finish. So whether you want to get a corporate job designing websites, I've trained so many entrepreneurs that have corporate jobs. They're building websites. Some people are even selling them. I had a guy reach out to me a few years ago, took one of my courses. He said, you know what, Matthew, I learned your course, and he sold a website that he built. I'm not sure. I think it was like for $20,000, a simple website. From learning from my course, he used those skill set to build the site, and so he's like, you know what, this is what I do now. I just bait, because of the videos that your courses, I'm able to build websites and I'm selling them. Now that's a whole different area right there that I've done that too, where you build websites and then you sell those, and that's something too that I go into in the course. So for those of you that want to just learn how to just build websites, or take an existing website and you make some changes, some adjustments to it, and then you sell it, trust me, it's like building a home, like virtual real estate, right? Virtual property. You take websites that need some work, they have potential, they have the traffic, and then you make some changes, you give it a few weeks, a few months, and start to generate some revenue, and then from there you're able to get your capital back from there. So that's something else. Now another thing too is you can be a website freelancer. And there's so many benefits of being a freelancer. You get to create your own schedule. You get to apply for different projects. You build your portfolio. And these are all the things that I work with you on. So as you're building your portfolio, I'm working with you on those things. And one of the biggest benefits being a freelancer is this: you have your freedom, your availability, your schedule. You can choose what times you work, what time you're off. If you have a family like I do, that's even more important, because you want to make sure that you're there for your kids, you're there for your family, right? That someone is not telling you what time you can take off, what time you can get to work, and you don't really want to live that lifestyle. So this is a great opportunity if you want to start in the freelance. And again, I cover pricing. How do you price your service, right? How do you price web design? How do you price the different things that you're going to be doing for your clients? I go through a whole list of different things based on what you want to focus on. There's some people that want to focus on just a particular industry. They don't want to do other industries. So I work with you and I show you based on that industry. How do you do this? How do you price yourself? It's when you're getting started, some tips, some things that I've learned over the years that I know is going to be helpful to you. And then the third type of person, or people that want this course or take this course, these are designers. These are hobbyists, right? They just want to do this for a hobby, but they have a plan behind that. They want to work with, whether it's organizations. I have so many people in the past that have taken my courses, right? They learn this skill set and they volunteer their time with an organization. They volunteer their time to do something for the greater good, right? So this is really great too. So maybe you're watching this, you say, you know what? I just want to be able to learn this skill set so I can be of help, of assistance to an organization that needs website, because a lot of organizations, they don't have a solid online presence. Most of them don't even have a website. You go on their website, nothing works. I've been to so many, even the larger ones, right? You click this here, nothing works. You click that there, it's outdated. They started building the website and it seemed like someone started, but they never completed, because again, there's that skill sets challenge where they don't know what to do. So we're going to solve that here. So Joomla gives you everything you need to succeed online. And these are the types of websites that you're going to learn how to build without coding. Now, again, if you were to do something like this 5-10 years ago, even 15 years ago, man, it'd take you forever to learn how to do this, right? But with a content management system like Joomla, you have the ability to learn all those things through this course. So in 90 days, you're going to learn how to build different types of website. If you want to focus on, so you have sales funnels, you have different types of websites, landing pages, you have online courses. e-commerce store, a CRM, landing pages, membership sites, email marketing, A/B testing, blog, providing customer service, your analytics. These are all the different aspects and different types of websites and functionalities that you're going to be able to learn how to do. So sales funnels are really popular. And so I have another community that, we work on sales funnels a lot, right? Because for those that are intermediate and advanced, once you understand how sales funnels work, then it can take your business to another level. Or e-commerce. So many entrepreneurs reach out to me, Matthew, I want to sell products online, but I just don't know how to do so. What do I do? Where do I start? And oftentimes they've tried so many solutions before, or to do it themselves, and it just never worked. After a while, they gave up. Because listen, if you try to do this on your own, you can. But if you don't have someone like myself that is walking you the hand, holding your hands and showing you the ropes, most of the times, and this is just statistics, I'm not making this up. Most of the times, 95% or more of the people give up because they're like, man, this is just too hard, man. This is not my forte. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying my best. So most of them never even start. And for those that start, they just give up because it can be challenging and intimidating. So if you want to learn how to build an e-commerce website, or maybe you create an online course, right? And you're saying, Matthew, I need to create a system so I can automate my courses. Well, you can do that. I remember when I created my first online course a few years ago, 2013. And I sold that course for about $7 to $8. You know what the amazing thing is? I had never created courses before. I had never sold courses online before. When I sold that course, literally within a few days, I had a few orders. And I was so excited. And the reviews that I got from that, it was so encouraging. They couldn't wait for when my next course was going to come. They kept asking, Matthew, when is the next course come up? So I want to help you with your online courses and give you a structure of how to structure that, and give you some tips in terms of recording. What software should you even use to record your online courses? Because that's key. But even though that's not about that, I do go over some of those details with those that need to learn how to build an online course. You want to automate. What does automation look like? What CRM should you use? What email marketing software how do you integrate social media? How do you do all those things? Again, this course covers all that extensively, and this is based on your business. So it's not just a generic knowledge that you're going to get. So whatever industry that you're in, this is going to show you exactly how to capitalize on that industry. And then we use the Gridbox page builder editor, among other editors. You can learn about video streaming. So if you want to create a site where you can stream, your products, or you want to stream your services, whatever it is, streaming, it's going to be popular for the next decade plus, right? Everyone is moving to streaming online, whether you're doing live stream or you're doing pre-recorded videos. You can learn how to build a website that you can capitalize on that. And I work with you, and we go through the integration part of how do you integrate your live stream with your website, right? What's the best live streaming software to use? How do I do this? So I go over that because I have extensive knowledge in terms of what software to use, how to integrate it, how to automate it. So those are key things. How do you accept payment? How do you monetize it? That's another key thing to keep in mind as well. So now we'll go over to the marketplace and also web hosting. Now, if you need your website hosted, we provide the hosting for your website as well. So I want to go over the 90-day schedule here with you. What you're looking at, for those that are watching, for those who listen to the audio, this is the 90-day schedule. And how this works is every month we cover different things in every session. All right. So for the month one, the first month that you sign up, this is you follow my blueprint and set the pace for what you need to do to be successful. This is a foundational course, right? The beginning. I see so many people want to create websites, want to build an online business, and they just take off running. Well, that is not the way to start. You need a solid foundation for where you're trying to go. So one of the things that we'll look at it was set up, and I make sure to take time to emphasize this. You need to have a solid game plan for where you're trying to go. If not, you fall prey to just doing whatever and not accomplishing anything. So for the first 30 days, we go over the blueprint. You learn what Joomla is. I get to understand what your vision, your goal, your aspirations, what exactly are you trying to accomplish? What is your why for doing this? And I create a roadmap, right? Again, this is not automated. I create a roadmap for you to show you what to do once you get that accomplished, right? So we're going to go through that. So month number 2, we're going to start to learn about using components, plugins, and modules to make your website dynamic. What does dynamic mean? Dynamic means giving your website the ability for you to add different features, whether it's it's like an e-commerce website where people are able to purchase things on there. You can be able to add different plugins, different modules. You want to add live stream on your website. You want to add videos. You want to add live chat. You want to, more like gamification. You want to add quizzes. You want to add polls, some tests, and all those things. We go through how to build that. Again, this applies to all the industries. This applies to every single type of website that you can create. Now, the only type of websites that I don't teach you how to create is porn website or anything hate websites or racist. I don't teach you how to do all that. So if you want to learn how to do that, I'm not your guy for that. So the next one is month 3, right? During that time, what you've learned from the first month, you apply to the second month. So it's a progressive course. What you've learned from the second month, you're going to apply to the third month. And what that means is you're going to be able to learn how to build custom websites. Custom websites means that you just build it from a blank template, a blank canvas, right? There's nothing on the site. You have to use your creativity from what you're going to learn to build it. Now, there are pre-designed templates and blocks and things like that you can utilize. But for this section, because it's hands-on, you're not going to be using that. I'm going to train you from the first month. So by the time that you get to the third month, you have the skill set, you know everything, you can be able to build anything exactly how you want it to be. So here's how this works. So we have for the week 1, again, this is a very detailed outline of what you should expect. All the training is done through Zoom, right? Again, this is a live one-on-one training, whether for the entrepreneurs or an agency. So for the agencies that have a team, this is Zoom training. You get to ask questions. So for 90 minutes, it's the session. I go through different things, cover different topics based on our interaction, based on our meetings, based on what you need. This is customized to your specific industry or your specific business. This is not a generic thing. So whatever industry you want to focus, if you want to create podcasts, for example, well, we'll build something around that podcasting site that you want to create. If you want to create an e-commerce website, something about the e-commerce, whatever industry that you want to focus on, we'll build something based off of that. If you want to focus on multiple industries, well, we can certainly do that as well. And then we have 30 minutes of Q&A. This is the part that a lot of people really enjoy because they get to ask all the questions. And again, because this is live training, whatever questions that you have, I'm going to get those answered. So this is the process that we go through for the 90 days. So for the week 1, it's the game plan. Having a solid game plan is important when pursuing anything worthwhile, and web design is no different. So for the week 1, we go over that. You need a game plan. Let me say it again. The first thing that you need is not to learn how to build websites. It's not to learn how to market your websites. It's not to learn how to make money online. It's not about building a team. It's not about connecting with the right people. It has nothing to do with, you need to have a solid game plan for what you're trying or looking to accomplish. When we get to week 2, this is a breakdown of the 90 days. So week 2, you learn about the intro to Joomla. We go over what Joomla is, how to install it, how to get your domain name, how to do the web hosting. And we do provide web hosting for those that don't have the web hosting. Once you learn that, then we're going to week 3. We'll talk about menus. All the content pages you're creating has to be connected with a menu. And during this time, you're going to learn how to connect those menus. There's something, there's a back end to your website and there's a front end to your website, right? The back end, this is the secure part of your site that no one else but you have access to. The front end is what the public see. Well, the content on the back end needs to be translated to the content on the front end. So how do you get that done? It's through menus. You connect your menus from the back end so that people on the front end, the public, can get access to it. So we'll go over to week 4, right? So we go through that and we go through week 5, week 6, week 7, so you can see all the different weeks here, all those things that are covered, right? So let's go over this. So week 4, we'll go over menu manager. Week 5, we'll go over components, plugins. What are plugins? Plugins add, as I mentioned before, dynamic functionalities to your website that gives you the ability and options to do more, to sell products, to accept payments online, to add video, to do live stream. So that's what the plugins do for you. And also we'll go over now to week 5. You have user management. Now, one of the beautiful things about a content management system is that it gives you the ability for you to password protect your content, right? It's called access control level. So what that means is, if you have a membership website, for example, and you have 3 groups of users and you don't want to show the same content to all 3 groups, maybe for your first plan is the free users. I'm sure that you've been to websites that they offer a free plan. You're able to do certain things with the free plan. And then once you have the option to upgrade to Plan B. Plan B gives you a little bit more features, right? So you show content to plan users that are in Plan B that Plan A don't have access to. Now you have Plan C. The same thing with that. You show content to Plan C members that Plan A or B they don't have access to. That is one of the most beautiful thing and the most powerful thing about a content management system, because you design and designate what content the viewers or the members are able to see. So if you have a school, well, you can have something where the teachers are able to access just for teachers, right? And the students for students and different staff, and things like that. And then week 7, you have the systems and configurations. This is a little technical part of it, but we'll cover that aspect of it as well. You don't have to know everything about it, but you need to understand this is very vital, because this is the heart of your website. If you let anyone get access to your config files, and I'm going to go over what the config file, and how that works, they can be able to mess that up. They can be able, it's like giving someone keys to your bank account, right? You have a safe somewhere and you give the wrong person a key to that safe. Well, guess what? They're going to take the money and they're going to, leave. So you have to be careful who get access to that. And then we'll have here also for week 9, custom landing page. What is a landing page? I go over that in detail. Landing page secrets and how to build professional custom landing pages that turn visitors into paying customers. A landing page is the first site or a page that people come to. When you give someone a link, that's called a landing page that they're viewing. And you can have different types of landing page, right? You can have a landing page just for informational purposes. People don't have to take any action. You want them to just learn something. So you put either a content, you put either an image, or you put a video or a step-by-step guide. That's what a landing page. Or a landing page can also be what's called a sales funnel, where you're taking people through a process of what you want them to do. So you can get the email address, you can get their phone number, you can get the contact. Once they click submit, it's going to redirect them to a different page, and from that page they can get more information about it. So we'll cover that. And of course we go over SP Page Builder. It's another page builder that we use to build websites. We'll go over Gridbox. There are other page builders that we use that's not covered on here. And another thing too that I go over with this, I go over framework. Now let me say this. Framework are the foundation to building a long-lasting website, right? Frameworks are like building a home. One of the things when you look at Europe, for example, right, or some of the cities that have buildings that have been there for thousands of years, and there's the solid like Egypt. Well, the foundation was so solid that it's still lasting until today. So that's something that's very vital. You need to understand about foundation. Again, I set the foundation from the beginning. So we'll cover different types of framework. And then, of course, by the week 12, you're able to build any type of website from scratch. So you've never created websites before and you're looking to build something. Well, by week 12, you're going to be able to have that your team, whether your team comprised of just yourself or an agency that has 3 or 4 or 5 different people. Well, that's going to take care of all that for you. Now, I want to give you here, there's 6 reasons why every business needs a website. 6. Now, there's probably a whole lot more. Again, when COVID happened, this was a major shift for everyone. I don't care who you are, how much money you had or didn't have. You had to shift in one way or another. And when businesses realized that they couldn't get online because they didn't have the skill set, they didn't know what to do, a lot of them fell apart, right? So here's 6 reasons why every business needs a website. Now, I'm a big supporter of this. There are people that say, all you need is a social media website and you're good. I don't tell people to bank on that because any social media platform that you don't own can ban you at any moment, right? They can say you violated their so-and-so rule, their so-and-so violated private, policy, and you have to get banned or whatever. And then if you've built a solid following on there, you lose all of that. You don't get that back. I know of a YouTube channel that had over 1 million subscribers. Guess what? YouTube shut them. And they had to recreate that site again, that page again, and start from scratch. You don't want to do that. You don't have time for that. You're getting too old for this. So the next one now, the 6th reason. 1 is you increase your online presence. You need to increase your online presence. I don't care how great your product is, right? We live in a world right now that people want to connect to you. So there are a lot of businesses right now that are losing because they're not online. Maybe they don't want to get online, and that's fine. But for those that want to get online, you need to increase your online because this is going to give you the exposure that you need, right? People that have never heard about you. There are businesses right now that are located in remote parts of this world that the only way for them to reach their audience is by having an online presence. So once they were able to get the online presence, they started to target and they started to reach a brand new audience, which is exactly what they needed. Number 2, you build credibility. Listen, credibility is vital. A professional looking website can help establish trust and credibility with your audience, making your business appear more legitimate and trustworthy. There's nothing more scarier for those of you that have been online. You want to buy a product or buy something, just that thought of, man, what if this is a scam? Well, when you build credibility, people trust you. Right? When you build, now I'm not saying that people that you trust don't take advantage, right? But I'm just saying is that you build credibility. You're looking to build credibility online, and this is going to do that for you. Number 3, you expand your customer base. There's some businesses that are looking to expand. You can't expand just in your city just like that. You may want to get out more, right? You want to reach a certain type of audience. Maybe your niche market is not in your hometown, or your city or your state. You're trying to expand outside. You want to go global. Well, this is a great opportunity for you to go global because listen, by having a website, you can reach a wider audience beyond your local area, potentially attracting new customers from other regions or even other countries. Now, another thing, number 4 is showcase product and services. A website is an excellent tool to showcase your products and services, providing detailed information and photos, which can help customers make informed purchasing decisions. So when people are looking to purchase, your website can showcase whether it's your services, whether it's your products, whatever it is, they can see that. Number 5, you can increase your sales. There is no question about it that if you do this thing right, you have the ability to increase your website sales. With a website, customers can make purchases or bookings online, making it easier and more convenient for them to do business with you, which can ultimately lead to increased sales and revenue for your business. Again, convenience is the name of the game. When you have a website, people are able to go on there and they can do things without calling you. You can minimize your calls if you have a website with all the details that people need. I've seen so many companies that they don't, you go on the website, you can't figure out what to buy, what to click, what to do this. It becomes so frustrating, and you want to avoid that. And then also, it's also cost effective. A website is cost effective way to market your business, as you can promote your product or services. You can publish blogs, share news, update with your customers, all without the expense of traditional advertising methods. So now you can be able to take a look at some of the type of websites that you're going to learn how to build. You can learn how to build corporate websites, right? So you click on this, and it shows you all the different type of corporate sites that you can learn how to build. And then you can also do e-commerce. You can do health and wellness. You can do a portfolio or CV. You can do blog, news, or magazine style. You can do online learning, travel and tourism, food and restaurant, nonprofit and religious. You can do media and entertainment. You can do real estate. You can do events and tech. So this covers every industry out there, right? Every industry. Again, except for porn or racist or hate, I don't do those. Not the guy for that. So don't bother asking me. I had someone other time, they saw I do websites. They send me some nonsense. Do you teach how to create porn website? I'm like, man, you must be out your mind, man. Nah, not the guy for that. So you can be able to learn how to build, corporate sites. And I had to get that out, man, because listen, man, don't come at me like that, man. Like I just, because people, I could be able to build different type of websites. So they want to ask me, nah, I don't do that. No, I'm a man of God, man of integrity. We don't do that. So you can learn all those types except the ones that I just mentioned. And then, of course, you can make your brand stand out. If you want a brand that stands out, create a website. You can create something that's modern and world class, something that's unique. You can create a high quality website that leads people to know who you are, what you do, about your business. I always tell people this: people will connect with you before they connect with your business or the services or the product that you offer. They will look at your personality, how you do things. They will either like it and subscribe, or don't like it and leave. And that's okay. Those that connect with your business ideas, with your business, they're gonna bandwagon with you, and then you can fully optimize. Make it easier for people to find your business on Google. A fully optimized website attracts high quality leads. This is one thing that separates what I'm doing, because it's not just about leads, but it's about getting high quality leads. So many people just want to get leads and it's not high quality. You end up getting frustrated because you're wasting your time. So we're going to work on that. You can share video. So if you want to learn how to build a streaming platform like a YouTube, or where you can just upload your courses, well, we're going to cover and show you how to do that. Boost your conversion rate. People love interaction. Now, again, I've said this before, YouTube and other platforms are great, but you can't bank on them, because at any moment, they can just say you violated so-and-so and, shut you down and you're done. You got to start over again. And you can sell products online. A huge part of this is that whatever type of website that you learn how to build, you're going to learn how to sell products or have the ability to accept payments online. That's something that's vital. You need to accept payments. So we get that set up. So whether, you want to set up with a merchant account, I show you the different types of merchant accounts out there. You can choose, and then you can get that integrated with your bank. So the money comes to your website, goes to your merchant. If your merchant could be your bank. Some people have their website connected directly to their bank. That's fine. Or you can use another third party that the money goes to your merchant account, whether it's like a Stripe, go to a Stripe, or like a PayPal. And then from there, it goes to you can transfer it over to your bank account. We can get all those things set up for you. Okay, and you can see here just some of the frameworks that you can learn, just some examples of what you're going to learn. Layout builder, you can build a podcast, online marketplace, a landing page, your SEO, custom page builder. So we cover a variety of different things on here, as you can see. And you have the ability to 12 times your income, because when you learn how to do websites, so many people right now need it. Right. So that's a great opportunity for you to increase your income. You can be able to make more money. Right. And this is a bonus that I'm doing too. You know, it's exclusive, it's proven, and it's guaranteed results 100%, because they work for me, and they work for people that I've trained. They work for people, other successful people, because you come up with a strategy. Right. You get a strategy on your pricing, your content calendar, and growing your business. You know, I want to make sure that you're getting all the tools that you need to succeed and to thrive. You get private coaching. This is something that most people don't offer. They just want you to go join their program and you watch a ton of videos, but they never do a one-on-one with you. They don't have time to sometimes. Sometimes they just don't want to. But I love the interaction with people, so that's why I'm doing that. And I want to show you now in closing some of the potential for the earning, right? This is earning for people, some people I've worked with, some people that have built successful businesses, and this is just some statistics, right? So e-commerce, you can do as much as $127,000 per month. I've worked with companies that were doing $30,000 per day, and they're doing millions, you know, I mean, a lot. You know, I've seen companies that are doing so much. You know, you have a blog website, you can do $200,000 per year. You can do, for a membership website, $100K per year. Sales funnel, $79,000 per month. Lead gen website, $348,000 for the year. Online course, $250,000 for the year. Social media, $90 million for the year. Video streaming, $100K for the year. You could probably do more than that. Photo sharing website, crowdfunding website, and affiliate marketing. You can do over $1 million with affiliate marketing for the year, and you can learn how to integrate that. You know, you have Mastermind Elite. They train you how to do things that are exclusive, and you can generate at least 5 million. So these are just some numbers here, just to inspire you, to let you know that this is possible. This is absolutely possible, right? And finally, I just want to say this. Regardless of the state of the economy, no one can fire. They can fire you from a job, but they can never fire your skill set. They can fire you from work, but they can never fire your skill set. And I want you to understand that concept, right? Because you're going to work jobs where they want to get rid of you, or they get rid of you for whatever reason. But the skill set that you have, they could never, ever fire that. So you have the potential to make tens of millions of dollars per year. You definitely have that potential to do so. And at the end of the course, you're going to get a certificate of completion, right? To let you know that, listen, you did a great job. I'm going to sign this. It's not it's actually printed in a hand signature. So it's not like automated type of thing where I put just a stamp on there. Again, I'm doing this because I want to invest in you. This is something that you can hang on the wall for your business. You can put this in, this is a major accomplishment for you, because you're going to be polished up. Trust me, I will make sure that you're polished, and this is going to get mailed to you. The certificate of completion, when you finish this course, it's not digital. You're going to have a digital version, but you're also going to have a physical signed copy by myself. So you get something in the mail wherever you live in the world. I'm going to make sure that I get this over to you, because this is a major, major accomplishment for what you've done. So now I want to take a look here at the pricing. Okay. So now this is the pricing for the 90 days. So it starts from, it's about $5,000 for 90 days. Now that's a very small fee, because if you were to hire, if you ask any professional I need you to build the type of websites that I showed you how to do, or you go to any agency and you tell them you need, e-commerce website with the bells and whistles, you need to accept payments, you need to do this and that and that. The rate that they're going to charge you, right, is going to be way more than what you invest in this course. Now, again, the rate that they're going to charge you is not going to include support for the duration of their time. They might include support for, a few days or a month or so, but then after that, they would charge you several $700, even thousands per month to keep supporting you. When you pay this one fee, this is for 90 days, right? Even after those 90 days, you get trained, you get support for the website that you create. So that you pay this fee, you become part of the community, and if you need any additional training, you get the you can still get ongoing help with your projects. So it's not something that you pay this fee and then boom, after 90 days, I disappear, you never hear from me again, I just go to la la land. It doesn't work that way. Once you pay this fee, you automatically join that private membership community, and you have access to so many other tools there to polish up. I'm always releasing new training, new course. I do live training on a regular basis. So with your business, with updates, tech changes a lot, and since I've been in the industry for a while, 20 plus years now, there's a lot of new things that are coming out that you need to understand. How do you adjust that to your business? And then for the agencies that want to be part of this, the fee for the 60 days is only $10,000. So for that, your team, whether you have 3 people in your team, you have 5 people in your team that you want to train, this fee is a one fee for teams. You pay that one-time fee and it covers everyone. So whether it's not like an individual license thing. So I know there's some agencies that they have 3 people that they want to train. They have 7 people that they want to train. So during that Zoom lesson, we go through all those different things, the different types of websites, and you learn. I'm going to train your team to make sure that they're sharp, to make sure that they're ready to build something that is high quality and lasting. And then the third one that we offer here is for nonprofit organizations. So for nonprofits, it's only $2,500 for the 90 days. Again, what you're going to learn here, and by the way, you can keep the recordings, all the lessons, the sessions, your session is going to be recorded, right? So you can always get access to it later on. If there's something that you missed, right, you can always go back to it again and review it again, so that the next time that we meet, you can ask questions, right? You do 2 sessions per week. For the agencies, we do 3 sessions per week, right? For during the duration of the course. So if there's something that you missed, you can always go back and say, Matthew, I missed this, and you can just watch it again. If you have questions, the community is a great way for you to do that, to get questions answered. You can post, you can upload videos, you really get involved in the whole thing, and I'm involved there with you. I designed this training program for entrepreneurs like yourself, that you want to shift with what's happening in the world. The bottom line is this: whether you accept it or not, this is the harsh truth. Things have changed after COVID tremendously. So you can either adjust to your new normal, which means you have to learn new set of skills or skill set that you can be able to utilize, and building a website is one of them. When you learn how to build high quality professional websites, you're always going to be in demand. Companies are looking for web designers, for people with the skill set to do online things. And this course is going to walk you through step by step how to do that. Again, this is live training. It's not something where you just watch a ton of videos and then take a few quizzes and call it a day. We set up 2 to 3 live sessions on Zoom every week. I teach you things based on your industry or based on your interest. So if you want to learn how to focus on just e-commerce, we can focus on that. If you want to focus on just live streaming, we can do that. Podcasting, we can do that. Blog, we can do that. Social media, whatever industry that you want to focus on, we can focus on that. And finally, I say this: you don't want to put all your eggs with this social media stuff, because at any moment they can shut your site down and you have to start from scratch. I've seen so many people, so many entrepreneurs so many companies, so many organizations that they're lost an account because they've violated, sometimes unbeknown to them, they've violated something in the policy, and now they're shut down and they have to start over from scratch. I don't want that to happen to you. So I look forward to you. Just go to MathewTamin.com. It's the masterclass, and you sign up for that. And trust me, you're going to polish up your skill set. You're going to have the skill set to thrive anywhere in the world. I guarantee you that. I'm a product of that.